This is the moment a lot of us have been waiting for. It's a time to get outside, get our hands a little dirty, get gardening. Carson Arthur is here to help.
And I come bearing gifts. I feel like the mailman at the front door delivering packages.
I love it.
Yay.
You know, I love the fact that we can get out there now, and I got the help of you. I've got the help of Frank trying to keep me on track with the garden. And we all know that a big part of it is curb appeal. A lot of us are doing gardening because we love it, but a lot of us are doing it because we want the exterior of our house to look amazing. You want to look better than your neighbors, right? And you can tell me. I understand.
Some of us are doing it for money.
Some of us are doing it for money because you get
money.
Good return on investment.
Huge. So new stats for North America now show curb appeal, the first impression of your home, is worth up to 8% of your home's value.
Wow.
Yeah.
That's
in fact,
a lot.
We have more and more buyers saying they drive past homes if they don't like the front door.
Oh no, I'm in trouble.
Yeah. In
Help
fact,
me.
We're seeing more and more stats of people actually using Google.
Yes.
And Google Street View, and looking at a house. They're not even driving past it. They're just looking at it based on the picture that was taken 6 months ago, 8 months ago, saying, no, it's not for us. Let's not even go visit the house.
We are so shallow.
So curb
What
appeal,
is going on?
So curb appeal is so important. So I want to talk about some trends, how to make curb appeal work for your home, and how to actually make the most value, especially out of things like your front door.
Yeah. Okay.
So your front door has the unique distinction in North America of being the one renovation that anybody can do that's going to make you instant money. In fact, the ROI on a front door in North America right now is 102%.
Oh my goodness.
So you spent $1,000 today, it's now worth $1,100 tomorrow.
Are we just talking about paint color?
You can paint color, new doors, new hardware, all of these types of things add to the value of the front door.
Okay.
But what's on trend right now, what kind of blew me away, was front doors that are non-traditional.
Right.
So we picked a very interesting color. I saw this at Terra Greenhouses and thought I got to have this front door because
I like it.
It's vibrant.
Yeah.
But more and more people are going color in the front door, and then the plantings are more in the greens, in the neutrals. That's a great way to draw the eye right where you want it.
Yeah.
Because when people visit your home for the very first time, once they figure out it is your house, the very first thing they look for is the front door. How do I get into the house? Once they see the front door, then they look at all of the fun stuff.
Right.
Right? And pulling all of the fun stuff together has become an art.
It has been. So just a note, this is for the door, not the bricks.
This is for the door.
Don't do the bricks in this color.
Painting your house bad, painting your door good. The key is people are not intimidated by a door like this.
Right.
It is vibrant, it is bright, but everybody knows that if I want to change it, it's an afternoon.
Change it. It's almost like you're showing your personality with your door. If
Absolutely.
you're like a fun, funky family, or if you've got some character, or even if you're really contemporary, you can go with a color like this. It's got bang.
Exactly. So I've got a picture of a space that I did last summer.
Yeah.
Now, this is all about highlighting to the front door. Even though the landscaping is all rich and full, you can directly see the path leads you straight to the front door. It's almost like a line. So we're using a lot of feng shui in design, creating arrows pointing to where you want it. In this case, in this design, we have the large cedars.
Right.
Now the cedars on each side is a very traditional look, but the reason why we do that is because they act as anchors. They take away the visual line. So in this case, the door goes straight down in a vertical.
Yep.
The cedar breaks the vertical a little bit and adds an adjustment down. So instead of your eye going and then a hard straight up, it now has a flow. So you've created flow around your front door. We know that front doors designed like this, just as we have laid out here, are actually perceived as being more welcoming.
Interesting.
They're less intimidating.
Is it the symmetry, or is it the fact that you've softened up the line here?
It's the fact that we've softened up the line. People look at straight lines like this, flat surfaces, as being stop, don't go. So this actually breaks that visual a little bit.
Nice.
The other thing is we're now starting to see more rules of three when it comes to the front door.
Right.
So it's not just about planting in threes. It's about how to use the three to work in your own space.
How do we do that?
Okay. So this is a perfect example. So we have a grouping of three right here. The cedar, the agapanthus lily of the Nile, and then the planter. So this grouping of three are not the same, right? But they are grouped in three because it looks more naturalized, it looks better. But at the same time, we also have three different heights. So we have the tall, the medium, and the low. If you can group in your garden tall, mediums, and lows, and group three different plants, you're actually going to create visual interest.
Right.
For so long, we've done mass plantings. One plant, a lot of it. And it was easy, it's low maintenance.
Yeah.
Now people are getting away from that. At the front door, adding these three levels is huge.
Would you do that on both sides?
I like symmetry.
Would you do it on one side? Yeah, I like symmetry too.
I like symmetry at a front door. People react really positively to symmetry. But now that I've said that, I always like to throw one thing off. So we have another picture of a pair of seats.
Yeah.
Right? Where I put a seating area beside the front door.
Front door.
Yeah, that's at the front door.
That's
now,
comfy.
I didn't do seating on both sides of it. I did it on one side. It adds the asymmetrical flair to the front door.
Yeah.
But again, seating in the front yard, perceived as being welcoming. More and more real estate agents are saying, put a bench, put something at the front door, because as you walk up to a house that has seating,
Yeah.
even if nobody ever sits there, it just makes you feel like, I have a spot. I am welcome in this space.
Right. And you know what? Different neighborhoods are different. Some people do the front porch thing. In our neighborhood, there's a lot of people on their front porches. So have the backyard, but have the option of the front as well.
It's about being part of the community. The one other thing that I want to highlight,
Yeah.
big trend for this year, and again, I saw this at Terra, contrasting colors.
Okay.
See, like these planters, these bright blue planters,
that
really
color.
hot for this year. But you pair them with a green door, and
too
ordinarily
much.
the colors shouldn't work.
Yeah.
But then you put a neutral plant in, like the hydrangea, the lime green hydrangea, and now all of a sudden you're drawing elements back and forth.
Yeah.
People are adding more color in the elements that are man-made. And then you don't have to worry about it all summer long if your flower stops blooming.
It's one or the other, right? It's either your
Absolutely.
plant's going to be the standout or the planter's going to be the standout with the door. But it actually works beautifully together.
So if you can do this and you can tie it all together, you'll make that instant impact that you're looking for, but low maintenance all season long. Because
Yeah.
again, you're relying on those to create the color and the interest, not the flowers.
I like your low maintenance message. You know that speaks to me, right? That's my
Absolutely.
language.